Well, good morning. Today, another episode of Dresdale. I think what we're going to do today is go ahead and kind of frame out our big roads on our new two tiles here, where we're going to put some considerable amount of hopefully some high density commercial to the right and some high density residential to the left. Last episode, in case you didn't see it, we built our two roundabouts. I built the stage 3 here, and stage 4 here, and this is a little tricky, so try something a little different, and it kind of didn't really work out, but now you know. Now we know not to do it that way. So let's see how we're doing. Well, we're going to go ahead and upgrade that. I want to see this, while we're talking about education, how many people doing? How is our education look? So, we can go over a quick little bit of education real quick, and then maybe we'll talk about it some more in detail when we go ahead and either do our second campus or finish our first. The water's getting tight as well, so maybe we ought to do some more water. Or at least check the budget. Crime rate's 5%. That's pretty good. Normally it's like 6. Let's see, but we did put down this building here, which helps with our police. Let's do here. Okay, so our education is 4%, 37, 30, 27. That's pretty good education numbers as far as kind of a balance between uneducated, educated, well-educated, and highly educated. Normally, kind of towards the later part of the game, you're probably close to like uneducated, maybe like 3 to 5, or educated like around 30, well educated and highly educated around 35. And that's when you want to start considering at that point the Industries 4.0 policy for your, that way the highly educated folks will start taking these jobs. So we might start seeing some issues with work in this area. Maybe we can take a look at some of them right now. Let's see. So we got 20 highly educated workers here doing oh, excuse me. So I just woke up, so I'm just trying to read here. So highly educated, it looks like the way I read this is we have 20 one working and 12 available. So we already have, it says up there, 9 over-educated workers. 10 over-educated workers. So let's just do it now. We're going to do Industry 4.0. We can make it a kind of like a company-wide, city-wide policy because our industry is not that big. It's going to do some havoc. It might make these abandoned and then not have to come back, but that's okay. It's not that big. It's only 4 blocks of industry, so it shouldn't be, like I said, too disruptive to our lives here. And we go over here. We might as well do it now while it's still a little early. We haven't built out like 10 blocks, 12 blocks, 15 blocks of industry. So we already have education boost on because I wanted to get people to go to our university, and that's good. And that's helped driving up our building levels and our land values. Schoolhouse does the opposite. Okay, that keeps people from going to school. Once they hit like high school, they just go to work. They don't go to college. And that's about it here. We don't have blimps, so who cares about that? And you probably never should have blimps because blimps are terrible. They're like the worst. I don't know if they're the worst mode of transportation. Are they? Let's see. I feel like they gotta be. They only hold 35 people. They're slow as can be, and they take forever to dock. And their thing takes up a pretty big footprint. Their landing pad. I mean, it can't get much worse than that. You're slow. You don't have a lot of capacity. You take forever, and you take up a lot of space. So I don't know. The blimps are dumb. So I just woke up, so I'm a little on the crusty side here. So Industry 4.0 is a city policy, or city planning policy. So it's down in here, and it's right here. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and let's see what happens. And they might, like I said, these might D-zone. Sometimes when you have a large amount of industry area, what you can do, so you don't disrupt your whole entire city, is like you can like zone half of it off with the tool here, paint a district over it, so, and then just do the policy for that district, zone off a chunk, and then they'll go abandoned, maybe, and then repopulate with new workers. And then what you can do it, and then kind of once that like disruption has occurred and settled itself, then you can push it out over like the next couple blocks, and push it out over next, and so on and so forth. That way, it's not like I said, we just don't have that much industry, so it's not gonna shouldn't really affect us too bad. It's actually look like nothing, no one cares, so that's good. What was that building we clicked on? Did it go away already? Nah, it was like one of these ones, wasn't it? So now we have 3 overeducated instead of 9, or whatever it was. 1 instead of, so now the numbers are looking better. I think that's how you read it. Or do you read it on the left? Is the left what you require? Let's see if the tooltip says R3. Oh no, we read it correctly. This is how many there are. This is how many is designed to be. I think, right? Highly educated workplaces. Yeah, highly educated workers. That's how I read this. So there's not supposed to be any educated people, and there's 1. And there's supposed to be 3 of these, and there's 0. It's supposed to be 10 of these, and there's 16. That's how I read that. So. Oh no, because it says 17 of 13 workers. What is that? What's going on here? 17 of 13 workers. So we should have 13 workers, correct? That would put us here. Or do we have more people than we need? I don't know. I used to know how to read this many times, but now for some whatever reason I can't. You tell me in the comments which side you think is the like 9 highlighted side what it's supposed to be, and what it is on this side is what the workers we have. I mean, I feel like that's how it should be. But then when I read the tooltip, it seems like it's backwards in my brain. Highly educated workers. Highly educated workplaces. To me, like the workplaces is like the capacity or the spots available. And workers is like the number of people there. Then again, this is unhighlighted, this is highlighted. It's the bigger number. So 16 and 13. And it's changed, right? We lost somebody. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this has got to be the seats. This has got to be the workers. I don't know. Like I said, post a comment below. Say the left side is the workers and the right side is the spots, or vice versa. And then maybe I'll say something on the next video. Oh, our cemetery is empty, and we got flooding. Okay. And I think we had another cemetery down here. We'll start that process. Why are you flooding? What are you doing? Water. We just decided to just kind of come up and be like, yo, what's up, guys? Yeah, I'm here. I mean, we can push the coast down a little bit, raise it. It's kind of like working its way out. The game's saving, so it's kind of like, Alright, so today we're going to do the big roads down here. So, how are we going to do that? Let's just do, we can try like make them even if we can, so that we can just take like the dirt road. Say this is like our buildable area. I don't know if I want to build off of this. No, not sure. Maybe we could bring a road in here. For like the park. No, that's not gonna happen. Because the park is gonna be probably this big, so I don't want a big road going through the middle of my park. Up in here, we can do like utilities, like your garbage processing. So it's a couple recycle centers. You know, if you want to do like the park maintenance, the road maintenance buildings, we could put some space for that. You know, a crematorium or a cemetery. This thing's like that you use to service your city. So it's kind of like a I don't want to say it's a dead space, but it's kind of a space. And then maybe we'll do like either a sunken road that goes under the highway, you know, a little bridge, little tunnel, so it connects to here. So then they can get from like say here down into here, and vice versa. And we can build all along here. All this we'll build on. Maybe we'll build right up to this road from this way, but we won't connect here. Maybe we'll put 1 or 2 connections just to kind of give people a reason to kind of come down this way, so that not everybody's going here and here. Because like I said, down here is residential, up here's commercial. Nobody drives to residential. I mean, some people do, but not too many. But everyone's going to go pretty much like in here. And they're going to go around here like that. Or they're going to go in here, down here like this. So this will be busy, and this will be busy. And then they might come back. So then this will be busy. And then people will kind of come up here and go through the roundabout and come out this way. Now it'll be busy. And then there won't be anybody on the bridge going this way. So probably we should have built this way, but our highway's over here. That's why I built it this way. But like I said, the residents will actually come this way, I should say. But they might not, because we have the roundabout here and it's close to our residential area, so they might just come in here and just do this. Although they might find it easier to go this way and take this way. So they'll take this slip lane here and go into here for this piece. Unless we build a road down here. We'll see how the traffic flows. This could be a big mistake. It might work out beautifully. And of course we'll have mass transit, so we could even put like a transit hub up in here or up in here, so we can bring the rail. You know, we can do a transit hub in maybe this area here. So it's kind of a good spot to maybe put the multi-station platform, where we'll run a road off of this road here, put that here. We already have tram here, so we can just make a walking path from that to the people on the tram line. We'll just get off, walk to the multi-platform station, take the train, and the train will follow the highway, come out here, and it'll stop here. And then people can get off and get on another tram or a monorail. Maybe we'll have a monorail connection that comes down here like this, and then we can have another train line that goes, and maybe a stop or a monorail stop where we can continue that monorail down into here. So it's like a close stop, one of the stops at the gate. People can walk across the gate, pay some money, then we'll have another one here, and then maybe it goes to the college, or maybe at that gate we just use tram, bring tram to the college. You know, someone else, you know, another part of the our platform station can go into here. Maybe we'll run something down to here. We can loop them. So we can do like a monorail loop like this. You know? And then we can run a clockwise, counterclockwise loop. See how that works out pretty good. I'll take up one of the platforms. We can run a train, like I said. And then we could even run like a train station down here, maybe plop one down in here, or like off of here, in a little bit of this space here. That'll bring people right to the college and right to here. And then once again we could have, you know, maybe a monorail, maybe 2 monorails to split this up. One like stops here, one stops here, tram or bus that feeds that. And then these people here can just shoot into here and then shoot into here and go to this campus they want, or these people here can take that and either shoot into here. Maybe we'll make a line, like we'll just do one like monorail line, and then we'll have it split to the station here, split to the station here, and then part of the line will be like a straight here, so almost like a triangle shape, and then we can run a line like that, so then these people don't have to go here. They just go right here, and they'll be happy because they don't go residential. Doesn't go to residential; it goes to commercial. Then these people here, it's for short circuits our park, but maybe we don't put like a whole lot here. I don't know. And then some people use our park. We're making like 45,000 a week or whatever, so it's not a big deal if we don't get a lot of. We don't kind of game the system and make a whole lot of money. We can always raise these parks to $40 if we need more money. We're only at 25, so we can theoretically almost double our money. You kind of get the picture. That's how I kind of see this. and then cargo will go from in here, probably 2-3 stations here to here, and then another line for cargo. So maybe that'll be on the back side of this, and it'll sneak up underneath a cargo station. So maybe we can do like a cargo station here. So maybe we gotta leave a space here for a cargo station, and maybe a space like in here for a cargo station. And that way, one cargo station here feeds like this piece of the commercial, and the other one fits this piece. And then when it spits out the trucks kind of go like this, and they split. So if like this is the whole commercial area here that we're doing, with the cargo station, maybe here. And that way, and the road maybe that goes over top or underneath this. So because we're on the left-hand traffic, the road's going to flow this way if the station's on this side, right? So then, you know, they can kind of do things, and they can come in here and they can come out here, and maybe we'll give them like a big road, or at least well, they'll have the 2-lane one-way roads, so they'll have a way to go left and right, and maybe straight. So maybe we'll make it like a 6-lane road. I don't know. So you don't have like a 3-lane road that's one way in this game. Well, you probably do on PC from the Steam workshop, but not on the console. So it would be nice to have a 3-way road, and then you could do like a, you know, get a straight arrow, a turn here and a turn here from your one way. We can put the 6-lane road in, and then no one will just use those other lanes, because then it'll be 2 lanes to 3. And that, so we could just put it in, just like I said, it'll just be a little kind of goofy, but, or we could do like the 6-lane one-way road, but it's kind of a little overkill. And maybe we do asymmetricals on like the 3 leading roads out, so that would give you 2, 4, 6. So then there you go, you could do that, and then of course 1 lane of traffic for like the normal kind of by regular traffic. So that would probably work out actually pretty well. So that's like a overall arching plan for this. And let's go start building. So let's figure out how we're going to split this up, where our big road is, and if we have to do any more terrain modifications. So our big road's kind of down the middle. So I imagine this is going to come down here. We're going to, maybe we'll turn it like this, so it's more in the middle. I don't know. We keep it straight, because this is like lopsided quite a bit, because it's like only this piece here is split by this road. And then only this, then we got all of this, and maybe we'll even bring down a 3-lane, 6-lane road down to like here, and then maybe like to here. And then we'll just change it to 2-lane with 2 roads jumping off. And then they can feed like some stuff back here. Then we'll have a road, you know, maybe like a 4-lane that goes this way and feed some stuff up here. You know, maybe a handful of roads. We'll see how it looks, because it looks like it's kind of small. So, but once you draw the roads, then you kind of figure it out. So I want to just get this, because I want to get about the halfway mark here. So I'm just going to go like 1,200. So it's like $600, $620, which is right about. And I'm just going to draw it in. So 620 is a great. I'll say right here. So it's like right on my hill, which if I don't want a hill, like my big road on a hill. So what we're going to do is just terraform this a little bit. So it's like on a hill. So we'll push this back, I think. So we'll do this. We'll push this back to like here. I think. Yeah, I think that should be okay. And I just got to remember to kind of go like this. And then we can put like a little guy like here. That's a path. So it's not going to snap to a road. Maybe we'll do something like this. What did I say it was? Like 620. So it's 800, right? So we can go like up to here. 800 somewhere in here. So we can, well, it doesn't be perfect. So something like that. That's gonna be actually pretty good. Yeah. That gives me like a thing to shoot for, in terms of like where I want to end my terrain. And then we'll flatten it out. Or maybe we'll flatten this out and then have it come up. It's not too bad. Something like this. Oh, what are you doing? There we go. You're not working? There we go. There we go. Like that. But then we'll do something like this. Get this road out of the way. It's going to drain here. Thank you very much. Something like this. Like that. And then we could push this out a little more. Like that. And then we can just soften it, and then we'll figure the rest out later. We just moved that, and then you just fixed it again. Yeah, whatever. We'll have a little bit of different elevations, that's fine. It doesn't have to be perfectly flat, you know. Just flatten this out a little bit. And then we might end up putting it back. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Now we're gonna do like that. It'll be kind of flat. At least, like I said, maybe our big road won't be. We'll have some decent tiles on it. Alright. So we'll draw a straight line from here. Is this like a pretty straight line? I don't know. Or we come down to like here. And then we can round it later. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so right, let's see, do two. That's good. I think it's gonna be good. So like from here to here is like 1,100. So maybe like at $500. Which is right about maybe half. Is that where I want a big road going? It's quite a little. It's a little off, but that's okay. We'll do that. And we're gonna get rid of that guideline, so it doesn't matter if it's not straight. Kind of like this. I like this to see how it looks. We'll just see how this looks. Oh, there's a lot of trucks. It's probably all my fishery trucks. I want to check on that because I adjusted the route again. Because it's still like overproducing. 74%. And maybe that'll be the magic number. I can't believe this thing produces so much. It doesn't tell you how much it produces. Right? Am I blind? It doesn't say like how many tons it produces. Or in the tooltip. Oop, that's not what I wanted. That's the first time I put that down. No, I don't see anything. 288 week, 3600, some noise pollution, some kilowatts, some freight trucks. It doesn't say like it says it. I think what they should have done in this is they should have said like it can produce up from 0 to, you know, whatever, and then, you know, if you have all the shellfish for the 100% route, they can probably figure it out. I mean, they have to figure it out because they know how much to make. So, you know, in theory, Paradox knows those numbers. They should have put it on there so you could be like, whoa, that's like 120 tons of fish, and we were producing like 40. We need like, well, you know, and this one was producing 20, and this one, Neil one, the generic one, was producing 20. The Neil generic one was producing 20. Right? These guys are producing 20, and then, you know, we got these. And this is producing 120, you know, or 80 or something like that. And it's like, you know, this one was, those two was enough for one. So if I plant this down, that's enough for two of these, or whatever. So you can kind of like figure it out. Yeah. But unless you can in these bottom numbers, this 1294, 1440 ton thing, 320, maybe you can use that. Like these numbers here. The building produces fish. Awesome. No way. It doesn't produce wool. I thought that's how you got wool. Drove around on the ocean and collected wool off the bottom of the ocean, no? Okay. What we should have done is probably went parallel with the shore. Maybe we'll do on this section the what is it called? Like some of the water stuff here. This tab, like the seawall. It's a flood wall, like the quay. That's what it's called. Maybe we'll do a quay along here, just so it stands out a little bit, and then we can push the dirt up to that, kind of level it out. Maybe do quays along here. Oh, we're gonna probably buy this tile and manipulate this, so maybe we'll do canals, kind of like a little canal section. And then maybe through our park here, we'll do a waterway. We'll connect these water after we purify the water here. Because you see how the poo water goes all the way down to here. I don't want the poo water come all the way back. And then we have poo water everywhere. So maybe once, well, I think we'll have to purify our, you know, our wastewater. Oh, that's right. We were a little low on water. Oh, it's time to put down another thing of water in it. How are we doing on power? Power's good. Water's not. So we're just going to do the cheapy stuff for right now, and then maybe we'll come back and upgrade it later. Water's over here. Oh, and we do another water pump here, I guess. I like the water pumps here. They're doing pretty good here. Or should we do something over here? I'll force us to put power over here. And maybe like over here. That way we're not sucking water out of the same spot. I think it's a little aggressive. I might change the flow of the water. We always do one back here. No one will know. It's behind this hill here. And this water goes, if it's in here, huh? Oh, okay. I'm looking at our boundaries, so we'd always do one. Oh, no, definitely not here. Well, we could do one like over here, but nah, not near my residence. Oh, and this is the tile boundary. Okay. Now we'll just do it here for now, and maybe I'll think about that some more. And the next time you come on, you'll be like, where did all the water pumps go? I'm like, I moved them. Yeah, I think they're better down here. Did that snap? Possibly. Oh, definitely. Look, we got a lot of water now. And then we'll do the wastewater. Or wastewater. Okay, and we can adjust the budget if we want. Oops, wrong tab. Just do it like maybe 85. See how that looks. That should be the same. That's pretty good. Yeah, we can keep it there. 85, that's pretty much spot on. Okay, that works. So now we're gonna pull it some more. Oh, it's all the way down there. And it's like going out in there. Okay. Maybe we'll use in our industrial area like the purifications. The land one. Oh, I'm in the wrong tab. I'm still going to the wrong tab. Okay, like one of these. Eco inland water treatment. Probably this one. The advanced one. Oh, we got a little ways to get to that, but by the time we fill some of this tile out, we're finished our industrial area. Well, we should be there. We could put a couple there and get it off the water. We could do these guys here, the eco water treatment plant. It's probably the same 560, right? And 160,000. 560, 160,000. Pollution 715. Zero pollution. So why does that have? Oh, maybe it's a little land pollution. Yeah. Okay. These are from the Green DLC, and these I think are from the Sunset Harbor. Yeah. So if you just have the base game, probably have this one. And it does 85%. And then there's like the water one. Looks like a big like donut. Where is that one? Is that in the trash? Floating garbage collector. Lessens water pollution. So you can build these. But why would you? So why would you build this? Maybe someone can post in the comment below, like, what is the point of this? Okay, so it's $1,100 a week, and it filters out the potentially the nasty water here, and it filters out 50,000 meters per week. So it's 50,000 for $1,100, and then you could buy, or you could, oh, maybe you don't have it. Well, maybe you don't have it. Well, no, let's just see. Is that available even for 2 people? No, you have green water. This is a green cities DLC. So presumably, if you get this, you also will have the recycle center, because that's from there too. And then you also have these two. Okay? This is $560, and it makes pure 100% potable water, 160,000 meter cubes per week. Okay? So it's half price and 3 times the amount of water purification. So why would you use this? I've never used it, and I'm just curious. And I sound angry. I'm just because I just woke up. I'm not angry at you. Why are you using this? No, I'm just wondering, like, why would you use this ever? Right? Because you presumably you have water, unless it's like a lake. No, who cares? No, because you're not going to drain into a lake, because then it'll overflow, flood your area. So you can't build a lake, I don't think, to like drain. Like if you didn't have water at all, and of course you didn't have. See, we're going on a tangent again. So maybe I'll label this episode, why would you build the floating garbage collector? Because that's what we're talking about. Sorry, I get on these things here. We got the water situation going. This is how the game works. You go to plan, do something else, to do something, and then things pop up, and then you just end up going on rants about why are you doing floating garbage things. So why would you use it? I'm curious to know, why would you use that, right? Because I'm just looking in my head. You know, you have, you know, okay, you don't have these because you're on Sunset Harbor, but maybe you have Green's DLC because you have that thing. So then you have to, by default, have these two. So this one does, it's $560 a week, and it makes it pure. It's pure water. You just won't pollute any water at all. So it's actually a pretty nice thing. It has 660. I think this has higher capacity. It's the same capacity, but does this have capacity? I think this 250 is a pump. That's why you got to put more of those down than pumps. So like the ratios get off. Because I remember when I was putting them down, I was 120. No, it's actually more. I thought they were 250. Okay. I knew they were different because I remember putting the arrows getting, you know, how the arrows are nice and lined up. Everything's hunky dory with your water here. I remember putting them down and the arrows aren't lined up. I'm like, oh man, I gotta do like, figure it out. So I can't just pop the same amount of both assets down. So, but why would you do that? 160,000 of purification in a week at $560 a week. Compare that to, maybe we'll do that now. We got the money. To 1,100 hours a week. So, like I said, it's twice. I think that is twice, right? 6 and 6 is 12. I think. I don't know. It's going to be close. It's not like my job's an engineer or anything. I should know that off the top of my head. But it's like 50,000 a week, not 160. So it's like 3 times less. A little bit more than 3 times less. So I just say, yeah, tell me why you would use this. Why would you use a floating garbage collector? Maybe I'd be like, oh man, I never thought about that. That is a really good reason to use it. Or you just might be like, I like to have spinny things in the water. And it's like, that's fine. That's totally cool. I'm totally cool with that. I'm just trying to think from like a cost analysis here. Why would you do it? And I don't know. And I'd have no idea. Alright, well, we're gonna let them run. And maybe the next time we need water, we'll change over. Oh yeah, we don't have them. I was like, we should change that to these, but they're blacked out. So, we won't, because we don't have them. But when we hit 28,000, we'll replace our poo pipes with purification plants. Maybe we'll do some inland plants because it's the same cost, even though they take up a footprint on the land. We can do a little area. Maybe we'll do one in here, and then there might be 1 or 2 up there, and then we won't have so many things on the coast. And maybe we'll hide 1 or 2, like back here, or back here or something. Who knows what tiles we'll buy? Oh, not back here, but back here. Maybe we'll put a couple back here. They will alter the flow of water, so you gotta be careful, because they spit out water, lots of water. So if you put them in here, it might like increase the flow rate here, which could increase your wave generation maybe. Yeah, so you gotta be careful. One time I built an inland one, and I made a waterfall out of my purified water. not the poo water, because it was the green cities ones. In my industrial area, I was like, yeah, I want to see if I can just put up like, I don't know how many, because my city was big, so it's probably like 10 of them or something like that. And I made a nice big area, raised elevated area, and I dug it out, big hole. They all like drained into that, and then there was a monster waterfall, and it ran along like the waterfall kind of came down because there's a lot of water. Maybe I'll show you the city one time, just so you can kind of see how you can do some somewhat creative things with these things. And then like my main road, my elevated highway road that fed into my grid of industry was like right along like this river and waterfall, because the waterfall was pretty wide, and it came down, and then the water kind of like snaked around. I went underneath some rail tracks. I think I had a I carved out the roundabout, so like the water kind of flew underneath the roundabout, and it was like basically like a suspension bridge for a roundabout. So like it was interesting, you know. And if you decorate it with some stuff, some rocks, some trees, I think it would look really nice. So you always have to just put them like right on the edge of the water. You can put them inland, and they carve out like a path for the water to go. It just takes a little bit of time. Do it before you build anything else, because you don't get it right. It flooded like the whole land, so. You know, and then you're like, oh, I need to widen the river a little, make the river wider. And then it fed in, because I didn't want it on because I had like a city like this, but it was like a big river. Was where I was building down a big river, and I was like, I don't want to put these things on down here. I have like all that nice stuff down here. I got like residential and commercial areas, and I don't want like a big old, like 10 rows of freaking water purifiers. So I throw them in an industry area, because I don't care what that looks like, because it looks like this. That's how it's supposed to look, like big things. So these people keep getting flooded. So what we'll do here is we'll just maybe push the land out a little bit. We'll take like this here level, and it's gonna go like this. Don't be flooded anymore. I don't know what's going on with the water. We haven't even started really manipulating the water that bad, and it's already flooding. I do like that. Maybe we'll stop flooding. We have death problems. Not death problems, but a little bit death. That's okay. Oh, we don't want it to go out too far. Because we gotta have a spot to fish. All right. So that's that. So maybe we can do something like that. But we have the inland water purifiers, so this is the same thing, except it doesn't make the waterfall, which the waterfall's cool. Alright, back to this. What did I put a piece of road there for? How long has that been there? I don't know. I think that's actually pretty parallel to the shoreline, because the shoreline feels like it goes slightly to the right here, right? And this road feels like it's actually pretty straight. That's okay. Alright, so how are we going to keep going this? We can do 6 lane to one, I don't know, not to one lane. This is going to be way too busy for just this one lane, I think. What kind of intersections do we get if we do 6 lane down to here? Let's look at my arrows. So we get left. Yeah, that makes sense. But then what if we do like a 2 lane road here? And maybe a 2 lane road here. Do we need a 2 lane road here? Let's see what it looks like. And a 2 lane road here. I like it. I think I like it, because this is once again left-hand traffic, and we're getting the arrows we want and always hoped and dreamed for, because left-hand is apparently how they designed this, because it's the same exact pattern. That's why it's the same exact pattern, and then they just got it wrong on right-hand traffic, because maybe when they designed it, their audience was left-hand traffic, which is only like England, I guess, and Europe, right? It's not that many people. A lot more people in the United States. But if you hear me, Paradox, you designed this backwards. It's correct this way, but who cares? No one plays left-hand traffic. Everyone plays right-hand traffic. So you just needs to be flipped. So what will happen is we got this here, this dedicated cross traffic lane, right? Because this is the way the traffic's flowing here. That's beautiful. We got a dedicated straight, which is cool, and then we got a right or a with traffic turn and straight, which is good because it's a lot easier. We went over this before. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. I don't remember. Maybe I dreamt about it. But this has to make, you know, one decision here and like one decision here. So 2 decisions I gotta make. Am I gonna crash into these people? I'm gonna crash into these people. This guy has like a lot more, right? He's gonna go, and these people are gonna turn, or let's see. Now these people are gonna go this way. Are these people gonna come here? Oh, sorry, we're going into this lane. I'm thinking we're going here. I'm like, oh man, what's going on? I'm all confused. I confused the heck out of myself. Okay, so am I gonna crash into any of these 2 people? Because I might go here, I might go here. So I got 2 there. Am I gonna crash into these 2 people? So that's 4. And then am I gonna crash into these 2 people? So that's 6. 6 decisions to make. 2, 2, and 2. 2. Okay, a lot less. Better. Much better. This is what we want. This is like the awesomest thing I've seen. I've seen a lot of awesome things. I think we'll keep with that. 6 lane to 2. We get the nice dedicated right hand cross traffic. I'm gonna call it cross traffic turn. And then that becomes the with traffic straight, and then we got a nice dedicated straight, and this will come down to maybe an avenue down here. We'll do an avenue along the road here. We'll follow the coast, so it'll be like, it might not be. Let's just see what it looks like if we do it straight. Yeah, see, we'll follow the coast. We'll just the curve into the road from here. And maybe like I said, maybe we'll put this the quays down here. Let's just snap it here. So we got an anchor point. Something like that. Then we can adjust that if we want. Or maybe we should do like a curve. That's a long curve, but maybe we can do it. Let's see. It needs to like come this way. So yeah, it's getting a little too much. I like curves though. I like curves, man. Curves make things a little bit more interesting. What do you think? Or do you guys like the grid? Because we're about to make a grid. And now we're making a curved road. So now it's getting a little out of hand. So we could do something like that. Right? And then we got this back. If we wanted to use up that space, we could do something like that. You know? Then this is actually somewhat straight. And we can come down into here. Like that. There you go. And that'll give us a nice left and right. And then people will want to split. Right? So correct. So then people will use both these lanes. Mostly the straight lane. Or they'll probably mostly use this lane. Because we're not, you know, we don't have as many cool things on this side of the street. You know, as this is like all this. It's cool. Now of course they might, this is an avenue. So we'll probably make this an avenue. We might have to push the lane down because the avenue is a little bit bigger. So like I know I'd put it up against the water. So maybe we'll push that out a little bit. But it's an avenue, so it's slower. So a lot of people might just come down and just go here first, and then like kind of come in here. But if there's not like, if there's things on the road in here that they want to like do, they'll come down this road and do. And maybe if, you know, there's not like a whole lot of junctions like right here, maybe we'll pull like a couple cul-de-sac type roads or something, and we won't connect in here. That way people will want to come down here to come up into here. So that'll split the traffic up and make it go straight instead of left. And then because then that means there'll be less traffic going here, and then this traffic has to cross the street, right, to come down this way. So we can get most of our cross traffic turners maybe come down here first and then come up, and then that way they're just straight folks going straight here, and then who cares what they do down here, because the only way you can go is, you know, left or right. Does that make sense? This is kind of like what I always think about when I'm running out of roads. How people want to drive. You just don't want to willy-nilly put your roads out, because what you'll do is you put all your roads down here like this. It's kind of like what we did on the last part, and then it'll all come down here and that'll be nice and hunky-dory, but then the first intersection will all go across traffic. And then you'll be like, oh man, these people won't turn. And then you're playing right-hand turn, so then it'll be across, it'll be, you know, in this case, across traffic. You'll get this arrow, cross traffic straight. And then people, of course, are coming this way because they're kind of trying to leave. You know, trucks and people that, you know, have already they bought whatever they were going to buy. So then they won't be able to make the turn because there's people coming this way. But then the people going straight are behind the people that are making the turn, because you have this arrow instead of this arrow. So then it blocks all the way up into this intersection, and then blocks all the way up into this intersection, and it blocks up into the roundabout. And then you're like, whoa. You know, you'll go here and there'll be traffic blocked up to here, and you're like, what's going on? It's just because everyone wants to make a cross traffic turn at this intersection here. They just blocked it all up. I mean, it probably won't get that far back. It could, I don't know. It very well could, actually. Because then the game will kind of see that the traffic's bad, so then they'll start putting people over even sooner. It's like, I don't want to cut anybody off, so we got to get in the cross traffic lane, like way down here. So like everyone's in a one line in a highway, and you're like, why is everyone in one line in a highway? Well, that's because everyone's trying to make, you know, a cross traffic turn here, but they're being blocked. Or they want to go straight. Actually, most people want to go straight down to here, but they're being blocked by the people making the cross traffic turn, because you get this arrow here. And we can't click on this and make this go away. You can't turn it into this. But you can if you play on left-hand driving. Dres Gaming, genius, awesome. Man, should get like I was gonna say a Nobel Peace Prize, but it's not really that worthy. But it's I wouldn't say it's pretty close to that. All right, so enough spinning around and looking at things. Let's go ahead and build some more roads. So we'll do a main road down here, and maybe I think that's good. And then we can do some side roads down, you know, side roads off of this. And I think it's going to be nice. And I think that should handle all the traffic we need. This is going to be a busy junction, because there's no, maybe we'll connect something here. So like people who, like I say, people who don't, and this will be slower, right? Because this is this is a 4-lane road. So maybe the people who want to get down to this section here, you know, maybe we'll connect. See, if we make it a 4-lane road, it might be just as slow. We'll see. Let's see if anyone uses it. We can make it like a 2-lane highway road, just as like an express run. Oh, there's the alarm. So I'm going to have to just continue this on the flip side here. Man, hour, like 40 minutes goes by fast when you're talking about left-hand, right-hand turns. And water. So like, maybe we'll run like this road, like down into here, as like I said, an express run. But then what's going to happen too, the problem with that is then all our residents are going to want to take this road, because it's like a fast highway road, and none of them are going to go in here. So once again, this goes down to my rant about roundabouts and road speed. So then this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to manipulate the road speed to try to split the traffic, but not be too lopsided. And you know, the difference between like a 4-lane road. That's good. So now we're getting on a good schedule. Everyone's at 1,000. Oh, we're emptying this guy out. What the heck? Well, I was emptying 2. That's why we had the death. So our death care is actually pretty ballin'. Pretty nice. If we were emptying, oh no, sorry. That was a landfill. Right? Did I just turn the landfill on? I think I just turned the landfill on. Let's take a look. So our trash is just actually pretty ballin'. Because we emptied that with 4 recycle centers. And no trash. We had what, 1 trash icon? That's pretty good. Yeah, I would just keep doing that. You know, even our processing. So like, let's look at our trash real quick. So this is kind of how you can tell if your trash is good or not, right? So our processing is in the yellow. It's okay. So we're producing more garbage than we are processing, but that's okay. We have the landfill, and it's not the end of the world. And what's going to happen now is the landfill is going to pick up some slack. So some of these guys will go back down to probably less than 24,000 units a week, because the landfill will pick some stuff up and store it. Make sense? Because hopefully the game kind of splits it up. He'll fill up slowly. That's why he only has 2 trucks going out. But maybe these guys won't produce at max capacity. Maybe they will. I'm sorry. That's not what we were looking for. Scratch that. Garbage reserve. Their garbage reserve won't be 200,000. That's what we're looking for. They're going to produce max. That's fine. But garbage reserve is what we're looking at. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, so these are like 160. So there's like some capacity to store more garbage. But now that we turn the landfill on, now he's like half. That's perfect. And he's like a little like 170. So we're around 150. That's probably a good number to shoot for. Keep your processors around there. Of course, their processing rate should be max if they have garbage. And what's happening is this guy here is going out and collecting some garbage, so these guys don't have to, right? So you guys can kind of keep like a little bit of a buffer between like what they have and what they can, the max they can store. And then what you can do is when you empty it, then they go and start storing up to the max, the 200,000. But that, during that process of collecting and, you know, accumulating that much trash, we even have one here. Very nice. Oh, very nice. Okay, so we have 5 recyclable centers, right? 1, 2, 3. We can go into this menu here and we can see them. 1, 2, 3. So we have 4 in this area. Industry produces the most amount of trash, so it's good to put them in the industrial area anyway. 5. Okay. So we have some, like I said, we have some space in their garbage reserve, and then that will fill up as they empty out the landfill, and then they'll be all at 200,000. And at that point, we're hoping that, you know, with some processing, you know, it's going to eat some trash away as well. You might start getting a couple trash icons. As long as they don't turn red, you're okay. And you know, you empty your garbage like we did, and then when they go back, then of course they'll pick up the slack. The reserves will kind of come back. See, we're already down to like 130,000. So you kind of get the picture. What you don't want is no landfills. I mean, you can do it, and then of course full garbage reserve. Then you have no capacity to absorb anything else. Like I said, these are like much less expensive, right? So, you know, it's better to have more of these than fewer of these, and then have these, you know, have the few that you have a little bit of reserve. Have these fill up and then unfill them, I guess. Yeah, maybe that's right. Okay. So back to the oh, we got in the episode. Good thing I remembered. Well, it was nice talking to you. Talked a little bit about water. Why the heck do you use the floating garbage thing? I have no idea. It seems like a big waste to me, but maybe there's a really good reason and I just never stumbled upon it. So go ahead and post that in the comments and let me know. And then I'll find out like 3 years from now when someone watches a video. And then a little discussion about trash and roads and the turn hour and why we're doing the left-hand turn thing again. So if you missed that on the other videos, that's why. And I'll, like I said, do a standalone to kind of show that. And now I have 2 examples of when that's really beneficial. This being one of them. And we're starting to lay out our roads. So once we lay out the roads, we don't have to do all the you know, paved roads yet. We can just lay out some if we want to keep the cost down. But we're making enough money. The probably is not going to matter. And then we'll start filling that in. We'll get the population we need. Then we'll work on this tile and try and better lay out our industry's DLC, and then we'll open up that tile and lay out, our industry. By that time, we'll have kind of filled in some of this space to provide, you know, the industrial needs for our commercial area here. At least some. We'll probably be importing some, and then maybe we'll either transfer some of it over to here, and then try and reduce our imports down to close to 0 if we can, fine-tune it that much, or you know, like I said, do as best we can there. There's a lot to do, and then by then we'll unlock another tile, hopefully, and then we'll push out even more. I mean, we'll buy like the next 2 tiles, and we'll raise the land up, which is going to be a little tricky. We'll have to build like a wall here of land and then raise the land up so that these people don't get the tsunami. I think the tsunami went outward. And then we'll do like some canals. Maybe we'll do the whole area. We'll raise the land and we'll do some, yeah, make some canals. Use the canal feature. Just kind of make a cool, interesting pattern, and we can run some ferries in there. Yeah, so we get to use the ferries, and then we can see we got to unlock this top. Maybe we'll bring a river through, like I said, through the park or along the road here and connect these roads. By that time, we'll have our water purified, and then we could even do ferry in here. The only problem is it's going to be might short circuit like our train, and everyone wants to take the ferry, and the ferry only holds 50 people, and the train only holds 240. So we'll have like 20 ferries going from like our new canal system over there all the way over here with a stop in here. You have to park. Maybe they get a stop at the park and pick up and go in here. So we could do some things with the ferries. If you haven't used ferries, we can try them out and get them running. And then we can even do ferries along here. Maybe we'll build a little ferry port off of here in this area. Kind of keep it's a little noisy, so keep it off the coast. Maybe just so like this section can go to it. Maybe have our tram have a stop down here for it. That'll move like most of the people to the ferry, so then they won't. Maybe that'll help with the trains. Maybe they'll take over the trains, and then we'll be like, oh, that was a bad idea, because now we got to have, like I said, 20 ferry cars and like one train. We don't want that. We want more trains and ferry cars. So that's how that goes. We'll talk about transit and how we're doing good or bad with that. So thanks again for watching. You guys take care, and I'll see you in the next one.